please comment below, family, right now. Right now. In fact, the introduction song on this broadcast, the artist says, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to do it right now. I'm not going to wait until tomorrow. I'm not going to wait until next week. I'm not going to wait until the stars align for me to execute on my goals and to live my best life. I'm going to do it right now. It's imperative that we understand the value of the right now moment, okay? Where I want to go in this conversation is to help us master the now. Again, the present moment. Let me say this before we dive into it. I think it's important for us to understand this very simple concept. Yesterday is gone, family. Tomorrow is not even promised. So the only guaranteed time that we truly have is right now. Right now. And I think so many of us overlook the power of the right now moment, right? Because we can often get caught up in being stressed about what can be, what could be, what may be, or anxious about tomorrow, and we miss today's blessings and opportunities. Or maybe we're discouraged or disappointed because of the mistakes that we made yesterday, right? Or maybe we're replaying scenarios in our head and it's making us feel some type of way, taking us on this emotional roller coaster, and we start feeling shame or guilt, or we feel as if we're behind in life, so to speak, right? And we're allowing our past or the things that happened yesterday to rob us of today's possibilities or today's opportunities, right? Or even today's great experiences because our mind is stuck in yesterday. But it's so very important for us to understand, family, if we are going to be effective leaders, if we're going to level up in any area of our life, if we're going to become the best version of ourselves, we have to understand day in and day out that it's not about what happened yesterday. That's not what's most important. But what's most important is what you do right now. And here's how we're going to master the present moment. One thing that we're often talking about during this broadcast is mastering our mindset, right? Us mastering our focus, mastering our emotions, mastering our mental state so that we can show up and make empowered decisions, right? If we're not making empowered decisions, then in many cases, we're allowing circumstances and situations to make our decisions for us. And therefore, we may not end up at the destination that we envision. So again, it's very important that we master our mindset. And at the core of mastering our mindset, what we have to understand, the key to us mastering our focus, family, is to understand that at any given moment, throughout any given situation, you are in control of what you choose to accept and what you choose to release. Let me say that again for the people in the back, in case they didn't hear me clearly. In any given moment, in spite of what the circumstance may look like or feel like, or the condition that you currently find yourself in any given moment, you are always in control of what you decide to accept and what you decide to release. You get to determine what you're going to give mental consent to, what you're going to acknowledge and allow to overwhelm you or immerse itself within your consciousness, right? So to speak. In fact, every single day, we have to understand that you're in charge of the energy and the level of enthusiasm that you bring to any given situation. Can't no problem, can't no pain, can't no trauma, can't no challenge, can't no difficulty, can't no hater, can't nobody that doesn't believe in you dictate the level of energy and the level of enthusiasm that you bring to any opportunity that today holds. You're in full control of that. You get to determine how you're going to show up. Here's where I'm going with this conversation. As we step into this Monday, or as you step into this new opportunity, let's classify it with that in mind. It's a new opportunity. As you step into this new opportunity, go within and decide how you're going to experience the world today. This is a game changer. As simple as it may sound, it's very powerful in its nature. When you make the executive decision, Yukita, when you show up to this Monday, Yusuf, and you decide, this is who I'm going to be, this is the energy that I'm going to represent, This is the mindset that I'm going to have. I'm going to lead into this day with a forward-thinking attitude. When you make that conscious decision, instead of allowing your challenges or whatever you're currently facing or the pain from yesterday, right, or whatever's trying to weigh you down, to dictate the attitude that you bring to today's opportunities, now you're in a position to master the present moment. Because keep this in mind, family. It's important for us to understand there's no shortage of opportunities. Every single day, there's opportunities literally surrounding us, right? Opportunities for you to advance your career, opportunities for you to grow academically, opportunities for you to expand your capabilities, opportunities for you to become financially free, opportunities for your business to thrive. They are surrounding us day in and day out, but we often miss them because our mind is in the wrong place. And that's because we're giving mental consent to things that are not helping us show up productively, show up effectively. But by you consciously deciding this is who I'm going to be, yes, I'm frustrated, but you know what? I'm going to stay focused. Yes, I may be discouraged, but I'm not going to be defeated. I'm going to remain determined. When you make that conscious decision, now you're in a position to respond to whatever life throws at you instead of reacting to the situation at hand. Here's what we want to do. I'll give us 3 points. As it relates to us showing up and deciding who we're going to be, number one, I want you to establish clarity for your day. What do you want to accomplish today? What's on the menu? What's on your agenda, right? What do you see being possible? And whatever you envision to be possible, level it up. Go beyond that, right? Get into the habit of reaching further than what you're currently capable of. But first and foremost, establish clarity for your day, right? This is what I'm aiming to accomplish. In essence, you want to establish some form of intention, right? Protect your attention, direct your attention towards the intention, right? The intention determines the direction that you're taking your day, the habits that you incorporate, the actions that you take, the decisions that you make. You establish clarity for your day. Number two is focus on what you can control. I don't know about you, but I've been stuck in some situations because my mind has been directed towards things that I cannot control. And it frustrated me. It discouraged me. It put me in a defeated mindset. I may have had that victim mentality because I couldn't control certain things. And because I couldn't control it like a toddler, when I'm not getting my way, I had this temper tantrum. And I'm frustrated. I'm throwing things because life is not working the way that I expected it to, all because I'm trying to control things that I can't. But to be effective, to show up and create better results, I need to devote that energy. I need to devote that attention and my focus towards what I can control. What can I produce? What can I do in this moment, right? I may be lacking some resources in the current state that I'm in, but how can I become resourceful? By focusing on things that I can control. The number three is this: set the tone for your attitude. Set the tone for your attitude. In essence, determine the standard for your mindset today. This is what I'm willing to tolerate. Maybe historically you've caught yourself in this anxious mindset where you've been fearful or intimidated about what is ahead of you. Set the tone for your attitude and say, we're no longer going to tolerate this. Maybe you felt hopeless or powerless, or in some cases you felt depressed because of where you found yourself or in this state in life that you're currently in. Set the standard for your attitude. Set the tone for your mindset. Today, we're not going to tolerate that. Today, I don't have mental real estate for that type of mentality. I'm evicting all of these negative emotions that are trying to hijack my mind in this given moment. And instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make room for positive emotions, passion and joy and enthusiasm and excitement, right? So I can step into this day and show up effectively, right? Side note, right? Maybe somebody is anxious about what is ahead. Maybe somebody is fearful or intimidated about what is ahead of them, right? Understand this. The only way something can intimidate us is if we give it permission to intimidate us. Here's what's taking place. On a fundamental level, when you're intimidated about what is ahead of you, what's taking place, family, is you're allowing mental images in your mind to replay themselves about how something can do something to you, right? Whether it's a situation, a person, or a circumstance, or some opportunity that you're afraid of that you have to step into, you're allowing mental images in your mind to replay themselves, and it's putting you into a negative mental state. Because here's the thing, your mind does not know the difference between something that you imagine on a subconscious level in comparison to something that you physically experience. You're putting your body and your mind through the same emotion, right? The same cycle. So even though it hasn't taken place, you're experiencing it internally. Your heart is beating, right? You've got all these different hormones that are being pumped through your body, cortisol and adrenaline. And all you're doing is replaying these mental images in your mind. Here's what we need to do. Here's the mental shift, right? Instead of being intimidated about what could happen, shift your focus and direct it towards how you can prepare for what could go down. A little small shift right there can make a big difference. How can I prepare for this moment, right? How can I position myself to come out on top? How can I position myself to begin to become solution oriented and solve the problem at hand? Direct that energy towards that thing, right? Direct that energy towards the solution, towards something that's going to help you move forward. Shift your focus. Don't replay everything that can go wrong. Focus on how you can create everything going right. Don't be intimidated about how you can fall short, right? Don't be afraid of failure, right? Or have this huge, massive intimidation for something not working the way that you or planned it to, and instead redirecting that energy towards you solving a problem, towards you gaining more knowledge to be prepared for the moments you can shine and rise to the occasion in that particular moment. Again, I'm going off topic, but I'll bring it back home. Maybe somebody needed to hear that. Ultimately, what I'm saying is this, family, how we're going to master the present moment, how we're going to stay focused and remain grounded is understanding that you get to decide where you're going to direct your focus today. So as we wrap up this conversation and end this broadcast, here's the call to action. Again, number one, establish clarity. What do you want out of this day? What do you want to create? What do you want to build? What do you want to move closer towards? What steps do you want to take towards your goals? Establish that clarity. Then focus on what you can control. Don't get caught up in what you can't control. Focus on what you can do. Focus on what is working and double down on that. Then number three, set the tone for your attitude. Create a new standard. Create a new standard. I'm talking to that one person right now, right? Like mentally you feel stuck. I'm talking to that person right now. You're mentally discouraged. I'm talking to that individual right now, right? You want to build something great, but you feel as if you don't have what it takes. I need you to upgrade your mentality right now. Make the conscious decision. I'm no longer going to tolerate these negative thoughts and negative emotions and allowing them to hijack my mentality. But instead, right now, what I'm doing is I'm making space for new possibilities, greater opportunities, and most importantly, everything that I've been called to accomplish. I'm making space for me to live and fulfill that purpose-driven life that I have on the inside of me. Because don't get it twisted, family. I'm talking to somebody this morning, okay? Yes, the challenges will arise. Yes, there's going to be things that attempt to distract us. But understand, what makes you amazing, it's not on you, it's in you. And when something is in you, can't nothing take it away. And for many of us, we're giving away our greatness. We're wondering why we're ordinary and not living an extraordinary life. And it's because we're giving away our extra. All because we're directing our focus towards things that we can't control. We're not establishing clarity for our day. We're not living in the present moment. But instead, we're stuck in yesterday or we're anxious about tomorrow. Remember, where your focus goes, your energy flows. In other words, what you focus on will begin to grow. As you focus on the present moment and how you can maximize today's opportunities, your mind will wrap itself around those possibilities. And you'll start seeing everything that's in alignment with what it is that you desire. You start moving differently. You'll start talking differently. You'll start approaching your challenges with a different mentality. You'll approach your difficulties or your adverse conditions with a different perspective, all because you're focused on the right now. What can I do today to build, to be better, to create, to expand my capabilities? What can I do to make a difference? What can I do to add value? These are the things that we want to focus on as we approach today's opportunities. So again, as I wrap it up, if you don't get anything else out of what we talked about during today's broadcast, remember that the key to mastering your mindset is understanding that you always get to decide what you're going to accept and what you're going to release. That's food for thought, family. It's up to you to do the dishes. I challenge you. I challenge you today to make an executive decision. I'm going to choose to accept the things that are in alignment with my vision, my purpose, and my goals, and I release everything else. I'm releasing the things that no longer serve me. I'm releasing the emotions that have me stunting my growth and my progress. I'm releasing all of these feelings that may be robbing me of my peace, my happiness, and the joy that I've been destined to experience. I decide that I'm going to move my life forward by determining what I'm going to accept. That's mastering our mindset. That's how we master the present moment. If you slid into this broadcast and I was unable to give you a shout out, be sure to comment below. And again, if this is your first time or maybe your first time in a long time, put a number 1 in the comment section, then place your first name afterward, a number 1 in the comment section. And again, place your first name afterward. Yeah, Tanel. Right now, sis. Right now. Marie, it's got to be right now. Bruce, you're very welcome, brother. Listen, if you guys were picking up what I was putting down, put some fist in the comments below. Let me know that you found value in this conversation. Appreciate you putting that information up to Nell. Absolutely clarity. Create a new standard. Challenge yourself to make an executive decision to move your life forward. Sabrina's in the building. Great day to you. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you tapped in live. Olivia West, my sis, great day to you. Hope all is well with you right now. You got to be about that action. Yusuf, I see you, brother. Sheila is in the building as well. Great day to you. Listen, again, if you found value in the broadcast, real quick, share this out with the people that you care about. Again, you never know how something that we discussed during today's broadcast can impact somebody that you know, right? You never know, like sharing this broadcast out can be a game changer to somebody that you personally know. So if you're watching this on Facebook, you can tag somebody in the comment section, or you can share it out with your entire network, If you're watching this on Twitter, retweet this out. For those watching this on LinkedIn, you can share this out with your entire professional network. And for everybody watching this on YouTube, be sure to like this broadcast and then share this link out with at least 2 people that you personally know. Which reminds me, family, be sure to connect with my YouTube channel, subscribe. We got some great things coming in the works in the very near future. Be sure to tap in. I put the wrong one up there. Those are all my social media feeds. In case you did not know, at D1 Gibson is my handle, pretty much on all platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, also known as X. We're going to get it right one day. Not LinkedIn. I'm not at D1 on LinkedIn, but David Gibson on LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat, all these platforms. I lose count. Too many of them. I'm about to narrow it down, though, family. You're only going to see me on one platform pretty soon. But ultimately, be sure to connect with your boy at D1 Gibson if you've yet to do so. Also, this week we are live in the MindFit community. Tap in, y'all. Tap in. If you do not know what this is, be sure to hit up the website, mindfitcommunity.com. Live coaching sessions, master classes, live Q&A sessions. And this is deeper than us just commenting in a chat room. I can actually see you can engage in real time, asking questions, diving into topics like mental fitness, emotional intelligence, success practices, fitness, nutrition, how to stay disciplined, visualization, meditation, which will help you overcome the challenges of stress, change, and adverse situations that we find ourselves in. Then we also have great challenges, fun and engaging, that will help you stay disciplined and focused with your goals. If you're interested, again, www.mindfitcommunity.com. If somebody would be kind and type that into the chat, I can't do it here on my end. That way individuals can tap in directly here from the broadcast. Again, that's www.mindfitcommunity.com. Today's topic of discussion, not today's, but this week's topic of discussion will be live tomorrow, talking about how to accelerate your personal growth. Some practical tools and tips that will assist individuals like you in accelerating your growth, whether it's your personal goals, your professional goals, financial goals, career goals, whatever the case may be. Be sure to tap in. Thank you, Angel. Again, that's www.mindfitcommunity.com. Be sure to tap in, join the community. It's all about going where people are growing. That's what's most important, right? I can't stress that enough. I'm a huge proponent that the quality of our lives is largely determined by the quality of our relationships. Right. I mean, we have relationships with everything. We have relationships with our significant other. We have relationships with our children, relationships with our career, relationships with our friends and family members, relationships with our body, relationships with money, relationships with food, and most importantly, relationships with ourselves and our creator, right? So ultimately, the MindFit community is about helping you enhance all aspects of your life. And one benefit is surrounding yourself with people that get it, right? People that are leveling up. They understand the challenges that you personally are facing, and they can help you hold yourself accountable and rise to new levels of success. So again, be sure to tap in. Again, www.mindfitcommunity.com. Now, with all of that being said, let me get some music playing here in the background. With all that being said, though, family, again, I'm hoping that we did find value during today's conversation and broadcast. Shout out to everybody watching this on the replay. You may not be catching us live, but I appreciate you tapping into the broadcast whenever you're tuning in to the stream. Now, as we do wrap it up, maybe you find yourself in a difficult situation. You feel inspired right now, but you still have something that's weighing heavy on your heart and trying to rob you of your focus, your peace, your confidence, your courage, whatever the case may be. I want you to understand that tough times don't last, but tough people do. So as it gets rougher, you got to get tougher. And what's going to help you stay tough is reminding yourself that you have what it takes to overcome what you're currently facing. I want you to repeat that to yourself. I have what it takes. I'm built for this. I'm built to do hard things. I won't be defeated by this circumstance. It's only temporary. Understanding that it's only temporary will help me declare that this too shall pass, right? So I'm not going to make a permanent decision that's based upon a temporary emotion, a temporary feeling, a temporary experience. What I want you to do is to direct your focus towards what you value, what you matter the most, right? Or what matters the most to you, what you value the most. Right now, direct your attention towards that and allow that to drive you. Allow that to fuel you, right? In fact, before you give up, remember why you started. Remember why you took that initial step. Remember who's counting on you to show up. And allow that energy to lead you towards achievement. Allow that energy to drive you towards the success that you envision. It may not all happen in one day, but if you keep taking those daily steps, one day it will happen. And you may be saying, well, D1, it sounds good, sounds great, but you really don't know what I'm personally experiencing. Like, to be quite honest, D1, this may be the most difficult experience that I've ever faced in my entire life. Come real close to your cell phone device or whatever you're viewing this broadcast from and hear me clearly. I may not know what's happening in your life. I may not know what you're currently up against. I may not even know you personally. But what I do know is this. Whatever stands in front of you and whatever stands behind you ain't got nothing compared to the power that's at work within you. And to overcome this challenge, you got to stand up with that power. Stand up with that greatness that's on the inside of you. In fact, I'm talking about the real you. Will the real you stand up in this moment? Not the intimidated you, not the fearful you, not the victim mentality you. No, the real you. I need the real you to stand up. And the moment the real you begins to show up on the scene, that's when everything will begin to transform. Because now you're going to be moving differently. Now you're going to be responding differently instead of reacting to the situation. Now you're going to be able to find solutions to the challenges that you're facing because the real you has showed up on the scene. I don't know why I keep going on with this, but I feel somebody needs to hear this, right? Don't give up on what it is that you value. Keep taking those daily steps. And most importantly, understand that you have what it takes and it takes what you've got. But you got to own what's on the inside of you, and you got to apply every ounce of you to get to where you're aiming to go. If nobody else tells you that they love you today, remember your brother from another mother, D1 Gibson, has nothing but love for each and every single one of you. So take this energy, take this inspiration and make it contagious. Put a smile on your face. Help the next man, the next woman to do the same. Be an ambassador of hope. Be an advocate of positivity. We live in a world where there's so much negative energy and it's traveling at a fast pace. We got to be the catalyst. We got to be the game changers. That starts and it ends with us. Today, do something for somebody. Pay it forward. Encourage the next man. Inspire the next woman to live their best life. We'll wrap it up as of now, family, and we'll be back at it next week, Monday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, join the MindFit community. We'll be live tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You will not regret it. Come elevate with us. Come dive into that journey of growth with us. We'd love to see you there. If not, I'll see you next week. With all of that being said, though, family, again, have a remarkable Monday. Be effective. Be successful. Live with some passion. And most importantly, 3 pounds to your chest. 1, 2, 3. Be powerful. It's your boy D1 Gibson checking out. Peace.
I can hear the message loud and clear. I'm gonna make it. I can see my shot is here, so now I'm gonna take it. Gotta get up, get out. Time to stand up, get loud. Time to rise up off the floor. And I'm stronger than ever now. Can't hold me down no more. I'm waking up. 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 So I'ma do it right now. Yeah, I'ma do it right now. I ain't giving up and